let's be honest, it's not a reasonable expectation for an HR team or really any team involved in the recruitment or hiring of new employees to have HR everywhere. To have them in. We work with some folks in home health, right, where there's no HR. It's going to be in grandma's living room kind of thing. So what would you say to those folks who are concerned about some of these errors, and in these specific categories, but they don't have the resources to be there?
It's now more critical than ever to have I-9 experts at your side and involved in your
Sure.
process. You can teach and train anybody with enough time to become an expert in almost any
Sure.
topic. I think what we commonly see though is again, you've got these situations with not only the home health, but if you think about large banking organizations with multiple branches, if you think about restaurants or fast casual or coffee shops, things like that, they have a lot of locations, and you don't have a dedicated HR person in each of those locations. So you've got somebody whose primary job it is to not do HR functions. Their primary job is leading the organization, driving sales, doing different things for customers. It's not about focused on these very technical compliance related risks. And even then, highly skilled, very organized people in the HR world still make errors from time to time.
Yeah.
And the other nuance with these rule changes is that now, if you're doing those self corrections in a sloppy manner, you're now potentially creating even more risk because if those corrections don't meet up with the clear audit trail requirements, so you have to not only do the proper strike through, but enter the correct entry. You have to initial, you have to date, like you have to do these very specific steps. And if you fail to do that properly and you make these sloppy errors or self corrections, if you will, then you could possibly be hit with the secondary fine on top of that. So now you're talking about a second violation on the same form. What we talked about there with 200 forms with errors, even that, you're really talking about one error on a form could create a fine. You can have 5 to 10 errors on one form. And so that's where this stuff just it gets out of hand very quickly. And it doesn't make sense to have people who aren't dedicated experts managing this particular function that is now it was always a compliance-based program, but now it's been enforced in such a way that if you are not highly skilled and organized around what is required, how it's required, and how you fill this out properly, and the steps that are to be taken in the exact order they are to be taken in, you're potentially exposing your business to significant financial penalties.